Siobhan O'Sullivan here, and it's Real-Time Real Estate, and it is Wednesday. It's time for Wise Words Wednesday, and I really wanted to invite my coach, my personal coach, on to explain a little bit about how he works with his clients to help them get through this really trying time. He's got some interesting concepts: renew, review. I'll let you take it away, Tom. Tell us a little bit about this that you're working.
Okay, well, hi, Siobhan. Thank you for having me. I've documented a 4-step process, what I'm calling the COVID-19 Business Recovery Roadmap. In response to what's been going on with the COVID-19 and how we have to shelter in place and how that's heavily impacted, the businesses and business owners, business employees, customers, etc. So in my business recovery roadmap, I have something I call the 4 steps. And those are the 4 R's: regroup, retool, rebound, and recover.
Well, that sounds interesting. Tell us about the first step.
Okay, regroup is about stopping and taking pause, evaluating and letting some of the dust clear before we can go charging into the chaos. First, it's okay and normal to stop and take a pause to settle and understand exactly what we've been or how we've been impacted. During this period, the first thing to do is kind of take time for clearing and completing. When we're regrouping, it's a good time to clear by clearing us mentally with exercise, healthier eating, yoga, or meditation. Clearing us physically, clear out and declutter some of your physical space around you. It's also a time about completing any loose ends that have been weighing heavily on you. Like completing your taxes, getting those out of the way. Completing your COVID-19 financial aid applications, that's a big one. So, and a good example of how realtors are completing during this regrouping stage is they're completing by catching up on the loose ends, such as updating their contact lists and their CRM tools.
Well, that sounds fascinating. It's very timely because yesterday in my vlog, I did talk about clearing and decluttering, and I think that really, it is very helpful if people could just clear one little section. It's helpful to the spirit. So talk about step number 2.
So step number 2 is retool. And your retooling is about retooling your business so you can pivot to a new way of working. Some good examples of people pivoting out there right now during shelter in place are how we've seen the restaurants retool for carry out only, or how the gym trainers have moved their businesses to online. And a good example of how realtors are pivoting is how some of them are overcoming this staging and home tour challenge for clients by actually being able to offer virtual staging and virtual staging renderings and tours where the clients can actually visit homes online and still get a very rich, real experience. Well,
so that's 2 steps. What about the third?
So the third is rebound. It's rebound. For in rebound, it's about getting moving and taking action now to bounce back to work. A good example of how realtors are rebounding in their practice is after retooling steps is by reaching out to their clients, keeping in touch via mail and phone, and providing real-time market updates and virus changes. Basically getting back into action and moving again.
And then that, I guess, leads us to the fourth and final.
And the 4th and final is about recovering. And in the recovery one, it's really about realizing the return to your previous state and making up for loss, and then maybe even doing better. So basically, business owners and realtors can start this process way back in the regroup stage, but recovery starts with defining exactly what the vision their recovery would look like. What will the sales volumes, revenues, number of clients, optimized staffing levels, the normal hours of operations look like once we get back to normal, or at least whatever the new normal will be. And then put the process in place to actually track and monitor your recovery. So those are the 4 R's in my business recovery roadmap.